Everybody, it's Dave again. Thursday, July the 9th, the first analytic video for the site. The main thing that I'm going to be looking at today is sort of making a bit of a case for why I think that the S&P is probably going to, um, you know, break out of where we are, and it looks to me like we're likely going to have some more upside. Um, in general, I'm really pessimistic on the entire global environment. I think China's a problem right now. I think the Greece thing is just not necessarily going to work, but for some reason there's a tremendous amount of bullishness that seems to be present. The only thing that really concerns me, as it does with most other people in the market, is, and you can see this kind of in the chart in front of you, um, the on the very left-hand side of the page, which is just the S&P daily, is you can see the volume on this, surge to the upside. It's really, really small, and that, kind of has always been a bit of a red flag for people, and the fact that we're starting to see a lot of chop and up and down. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through in this particular case is just kind of make a little bit of a why I think that short term we are going to kind of make new highs. I don't know if they're going to be spectacularly high. In fact, I doubt that they would be. But the reality is that every time we've seen a certain trend strength value, which is our T-val, reach the levels that we've seen, and you can see it right here, plus 30 on my poster, and we just recently saw this on the 15, and generally that usually leads to significant new highs. Here's one that didn't necessarily work out, but then we continue to work higher here. Here's a few in here, so it looks to me like we're going to have a few more days potentially to the upside, just based on some of these ideas. Okay, so the format for which we want to kind of look at everything is kind of take a look at our short-term picture, and the first thing that I tend to look at with this is to look at our short-term trading system data, and what we have is we run a series of portfolios. So in this particular case, our portfolios are just a series of buy and sell algorithms. And to get a better understanding of this, you can also take a look at our videos that show what is going to happen with the or how to interpret the different lines. But in this particular case, what we're seeing in the marketplace right now is that we've switched from basically a lot of negativity to a lot of positive data. So our position in a 3-minute is positive. The position in the 4-minute is actually neutral right now, just because we've had a bit of a flip to the negative right up in here. And so right now, actually, we have a 3 unit out of 6 unit potential or positive portfolio, and that's still pretty positive. And at this particular point, because we've had such a good run over the last few days, I wouldn't be surprised to see things sort of go sideways, and allow some of these systems potentially to catch up. We're already starting to see some activity right here where the equity system line might cross back over the blue, and that's is generally an indication that we're probably looking for a few days potentially of sideways. But after that, I think that everything's going to catch up, and I think you're going to see a lot of these systems. So right now we're 3 out of 6 positive. I'm looking for some short-term selling to likely turn a lot of these systems into short-term positive, where the likelihood is we're going to probably see on some selling the 4-minute go, so we'll go back to 4 out of 6 units, and then once we get a little bit more time under our belt and the 5-minute Cat 5 portfolios can catch up, then what we're going to do is we'll probably at some point see the market go into a full sort of 5 or 6 point uh, bullish system. So it's pretty positive. So if we now switch back to looking at the portfolio positions, This is what we can see. These are our portfolio rankings. There's not much change in them. The critical thing to watch is right here. At this particular point, we have basically 90s in terms of a portfolio weight that you want to look at. So there's, as we go forward, some of these weights will change. We'll begin updating how they've been performing over the next few weeks, and we're going to start this portfolio August 1st. But just trying to get a lot of this information up live, and then what we'll end up doing is tracking the real-time data, real-time performance data, and a lot of this is based off of our modeling that we run in here, where we use an algorithmic model to buy and sell and make strength rankings on the S&P 500. So in this particular case, most of what we see right now is positive. Very short term, over the next probably 2 to 3 days, I expect some downside, but I do expect the market is actually going to continue to drift higher over the next few months, and so we'll see where we're at with this on our next update. Thanks.